Ali McCoist may have turned down I'm a Celebrity, but could Steven Gerrard be set for a Bush Tucker trial back at Ibrox? Welcome back to Fog Football, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it because Ali McCoist says that Gerrard would be welcomed back at Rangers, but the issues are far greater than Philip Clement in the managerial position. And there's been a lot of talk about Gerrard over the past couple of weeks, right? And I'm going to commit right with the truth about Gerrard. One trophy out of 9 wasn't good enough, right? But if Gerrard came back to say Gerrard came back tomorrow, right? And he stayed for 3 seasons, which means there's a possibility of 9 trophies. Not going to count the European ones because they're a bigger ask and it's unrealistic. He would win more than one trophy. Now, I'm not going to necessarily say he's going to win leagues in there, but I am convinced that Gerrard would win more than one trophy if he re-signed with Rangers tomorrow. I tell you what, I'll let you in another secret. Winning 2 out of the next 9, which would obviously be one more than his 1 out of 9, wouldn't be good enough either. We need to win. We need to start winning trophies on the bounce and on the regular, folks. See this? Oh, 2 out of 9 would be acceptable for Gerrard. We need to be looking at right, we need to be getting 5 or 6 out of 9. Obviously, light years away, it feels like at the minute. There's no sign of intelligent life force on Earth. Buzz Lightyear, even though I don't think he exactly said that. Anyway, alright. As Rex figured out in Toy Story, that's how you defeat Zurg. Gerrard needs to turn into Rex. How do you defeat Celtic? That's what he needs to do. Alright? We don't need Spanish Buzz. We don't need evil Buzz. We just need the normal Buzz Lightyear, folks, to lay the smackdown on Celtic. Anyway, let's get into Mccoist's comments because I think I've gone off the rails a tad here. Absolutely. But Jeff Stelling asked the big man Ali McCoist whether or not the Liverpool hero was available and would Rangers take him back and that would he be welcomed back in Govan. McCoist said, and I quote, he would be welcomed back. He won the title in his time at Rangers and he would be welcomed back. End of quote. It's like, yeah, he did win the title, but I think it's like, see if someone came in, right? Say Gio actually worked it, or Clement or Beale worked it, right? And say they were here for 3 years, and one of them won like 5 out of 9 trophies, like two Scottish Cups, a League Cup, and 2 leagues. Gerrard's reign would be like, you know what? It was pretty shit, but he got us back up to where we need it to be by winning the league, stopping the 10 and making us competitive again. And his record against Celtic was good. But see, the reality is, everyone after Gerrard has failed. Absolutely failed. 110%. Gio was a penalty away from becoming a god. Right? Beale and Clement, I don't know how many James Tavernier dodgy penalties those two would need to get anywhere near God status at Rangers Football Club, but something tells me you'd need about 200. Alright? But McCoist went on to say, and I quote, but I have to tell you, Jeff, the problems at Rangers go far greater than the manager at this moment in time and a lot deeper. I think they need to get things sorted out at the top level before anything else. It works its way down if things aren't right at the top. No full-time chairman, director of football, or chief executive. There is none of that happening at this moment in time, and that has to happen. I don't care what anyone says. So it must have an effect on the pitch if things are not good off it. So, in answer to your question, would he be welcome back? I think he would, yeah. But he clearly has his work cut out over there in Saudi at this moment in time. End of quote. Yo, I'm not going to pretend, right? It would obviously look better for Gerrard's career if he was, leading his Saudi team to win the league. But see, over in the Saudi league, it just seems like one big piss take and one big piss up. Ruben Neves can come out and say, I'm running as hard as I did in the Premier League, but I'm doing it in 40-degree heat. He can turn around and say that if he wants, but we all know for a fact he'd rather run about in 40-degree heat than do it in a cold night in Stoke, even though Stoke haven't been in the Premier League in about 10 years. That's just the way it works, folks. Just the way it works. But as for Gerrard, I couldn't really care what he's done in Saudi, to be honest. I mean, if he won 3 titles in a row, you'd be like, that's good, but it's the Saudi League. It's almost like, I'm not saying, like, you've seen the articles for, like, the fans over there. I'm not saying they don't care, but it's not the same. It's not the same as back here, back in the Western world when it comes to winning league titles, and especially in the west of Scotland, I'll let you know. Because I tell you what, Gerrard, he's sitting like way into the lower half of that table. No one seems to care. Is Gerrard's stock dropped since he went to Saudi? No, I think his stock dropped once he got sacked for Villa. I don't think it's actually moved anywhere. And that goes for pretty much every single player. I mean, I think players' stock drop going to Saudi. Like we've heard it with Jack Hendry. You know, oh, why is he in the Scotland squad? He's playing in a semi-professional league. Oh, Ronaldo's shite. Why is he there? Or whoever, whoever else is away to Saudi. I think it's different with managers. I don't think anybody is viewing Gerrard as less of a manager because he's went to Saudi. That's my opinion. Would he come back to Rangers? I think Gerrard probably would come back to Rangers, right? But I think it would be more of like a last resort. I think Gerrard's still got one eye on the Premier League, and if something frees up, he'll take it. But I think the problem is, I think the Premier League, who would take him? You know what I mean? Gerrard gets thrown in the same categories as like Lampard and like Rooney. Gerrard's way better than Lampard and Rooney. See, apart from Lampard's transfer embargo season with Chelsea, the guy's been shite. I'm not even going to get into Wayne Rooney. I mean, say you want with Gerrard, right? Yeah, Villa didn't work out for him. But, yeah, he came in to stop the 10, and he did. Would the 10 have been stopped if we brought in Wayne Rooney or Frank Lampard? Something tells me it might not have been stopped. Anyway, leave your thoughts down below. Ali Mccoist gave his thoughts. What are you guys thinking?